Hello, and welcome to another thrilling episode of Prog Review 699. And today, if you haven't read the title or description, I'm going to give it away. Big spoiler. It's Marillion, Afraid of Sunlight Deluxe Edition. Ooh. It was their 8th studio album. And if you've not been following Marillion, I don't know if is it Marillion that's doing this, or is it the record company? Who knows? It could be. Who's responsible? Parlophone. They're on Parlophone now. Look. Don't worry, I'm going to drop in some footage of me handling the goods. But they're reissuing the EMI. I don't know where that came from. Albums. There was 8 of them. This is the 8th. This is the final one, and they're reissuing them in these kind of deluxe book editions. A bit like what Marillion did, but not quite as good. Fewer words. Use bigger typefaces, so the words go further. But we have a new one. We have this one, and they've done it out of sequence as well, which is a bit odd. You'd think they'd have done chronologically, but I don't know. There's some logic to this. I don't know. But this is Afraid of Sunlight, their best album. It's their best album. Released originally 24th of June 1995, and I was there. I had just started work, my first big job. Who could believe that I was once gainfully employed as a member of Her Majesty's Press? Who could believe that? I actually held down a job. Fuck me, those were great days. But I just started a job. This album was released. I actually missed my lunch break. I actually went out on my lunch break to go to Tower Records in Piccadilly Circus. The logic was, if the Tower Records didn't have it, I could nip into the Trocadero HMV and get it there. 2 birds with one stone, and it was a direct route back to the office. Back up, rather than going to Oxford Circus, which would have been a lot longer, to HMV there, and Virgin on Tottenham Court Road. It would have been longer, so I was zipping in and out, and I ran, got the record and got back, and I think I missed my lunch that day, because that's the kind of guy I am. And yeah, I've always enjoyed this album. I've reviewed it before, and and I think it's a great record. I think it's a concept album. Many would disagree, but it's a concept album about celebrity, the nature of fame, and the male psyche. It's a very male album. It's the yin to the yang of Brave. Brave was more female, feminine, about the girl who threw herself off the bridge. This is what celebrity does to men. For it mentions O.J. Simpson. You've got the car chase. You've got a bit of John Lennon in there. Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, of course Donald Campbell with Bluebird. That's the kind of middle part of the record, and it touches on all these people, and I think it's one of the more mature albums that he did, and it certainly works. It's got, again, a timeless quality about it. So I was looking forward to this, naturally, because it's my favourite. You have the first disc is the Michael Hunter remix 2019 stereo. It's all right. I wouldn't cross the road to listen to it. But you also have the on disc 2, the original 1995 mix. Okay, fair enough if you're going to do that. But they should have put the bonus tracks on that CD, so you've got them separate from the Blu-ray, because they put bonus tracks and demo versions on the Blu-ray, which kind of makes them inaccessible if you want to get them, if you want to listen to them on your Walkman, on your Discman. Just me then, just me, for I'm a relic of my time. Those were the days. And disc 3 and 4 is the band playing live at the Ahoy in Rotterdam, 29th of September 1995. Some of those tracks were featured on Made Again, and it feels very much like Made Again. My critique of that is, whilst it's a good live album, it's a bit all over the place, because they had a lot of material to cover, what with the previous incarnation of the band, and so it's a little bit uneven, it's a little bit bumpy, it doesn't flow, there's not a flow to it. As years have gone by, they have much better flow to their live albums, but this particular period I just felt it was a little bit bumpy. That's probably because I thought they should have done more from this album and left some of the other stuff behind, but that's just me being me. But the reason I turned up is, of course, for the Blu-ray, because the Blu-ray has the surround sound mix on. The surround sound mix on, I was like kind of said, I was really looking forward to it. I wouldn't say I was disappointed. It's just it didn't elevate me to the levels I was expecting. It sounds fine. It sounds like the stereo mix expanded, but there was nothing new. There was nothing hidden. There was nothing buried beneath it. And then I realised, again, watching the documentary and listening to it, that this album is very, very tight. It's a very tight record, and you've got to thank Dave Meegan, the producer, for it, because he compiled it. He was the arranger, and again, these bands often need somebody who's got good arrangement skills to pull this material together. I think this is why a lot of albums today are flabby and just kind of just don't work very well. Whereas back in the day, when the music industry threw money at things, they could invest in producers to sift through their demos and compile an actual album for them that made some sort of cohesion to it, and that's what you get here, and it's explained with the documentary. There's a 45-minute documentary which we've had on the other reissues. This time the boys are like that. They're kind of sitting in the back of a porta cabin on very uncomfortable chairs. They're not comfortable. Just give them some luxury. They might have loosened up a bit, But it's interesting. You get to hear about the making of, and that's what I tune in for because that interests me. And that's parroted in the booklet. There's lots of insight in how the album was made, and the background to the tracks and that. So, all good stuff. But again, not quite to depth of those Jethro Tull issues if you've been following those. But they do try. And Marillion, I like them because they always try. And yeah, so you get the surround sound mix and various stereo doobries. There's loads of different formats for you to sift through. You get Beautiful, the video. Do you remember that one? Steve Hogarth takes his shirt off. Those were the days. Wouldn't do that now. Just time's cruel. We all were chiselled Adonises. Was it Adoni? Adonises, Adoni. Oh, don't I just? We all looked like that back then. Some of us even had hair. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, I got this for $23.99 off of the old Amazon. There will be a link in the description. Please click. I might even earn a shiny penny from it if you buy something. Go on, buy the kids Christmas presents, and maybe I'll get a little bit of money back. Eh? As soon as I ain't got no monetization at the moment. Oopsie. But I'm sure we'll. Yeah, I'm sure things. I'm not sure of anything anymore. But the good thing is we're here. The old faithful's here. I don't want subscribers. I want you guys. I want people to actually watch the bloody videos. That's what I want. That's what's taught me about deleting my other channel, my original channel, because it got rid of all the flab. Those people weren't watching any of the videos, and that was driving me insane, wasn't it? But I'm getting off topic. So yeah, I got this for $23.99. I think it's originally priced at $30, but it represents good value. And again, if you're in the market for surround sound, and if you're a fan, it scratches that itch. I don't know about newcomers, but newcomers might enjoy it too. Again, you get the feeling that this is like probably the last repackage of before they realise the kids don't buy a tangible product anymore, no more physical media. So this could be like the final reissue, maybe. I don't know. I'll probably say that and they'll figure another way of getting me to buy it again because I'm an idiot. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. Still think it's the best album. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it other than if you do like the record and you do like Marillion, give it a punt. There's also a vinyl set which I don't really understand because you don't get half as much content. Just get the album and the live stuff I think on vinyl, and it's quite expensive. Whereas this represents good value, and it gives you something to read as well. You can read it. You can read it in bed, but you can't listen to it because you haven't got Discman. I have. Good old days. Bring back the Discman. Hey, bring back the Discman. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Oh well, I give it 5 beautifuls out of 5, of course. 5 beautifuls out of 5. But again, it made me appreciate the making of it, and how, again, EMI, this was their last record, EMI. EMI said, yeah, you got one more record, but you'll have to be quick. And they did, knocked it out. That's what they put on the record. But it's meant to be a boxing reference, but I'm not so sure of that. And it shows you that in the right circumstances, with a little bit of pressure, a little bit of pressure on them, and with the right person, Dave Meegan, they could produce a diamond, carbon, compressed over time, becomes diamond. And this is similar. Their art became something precious. And I think, it's good for a band sometimes to be wrong-footed, to knock you back, to make you reevaluate. And they did it with this record, so got a lot of time for it. Anyway, thanks for watching. There's only one more thing left to say, and that's don't subscribe. Subscribers are a waste of my time. Just watch it. I'm glad that you've watched it. Leave a like or a dislike. It's all engagement. And talking of engagement, leave a comment if you dare. But if you leave a stupid comment, I'll mock you and delete you. Oh no, he's deleting my comment. He's just as censorial as that other people, those people that banned him. No, I'm not like them. I just can't stand you playing the goat, acting the goat with me. So I'm old. But if you're nice, if you want to be critical and be nice about it, I'm fine with that. But if you want to get insulting and be a bit stupid, then I ain't got no time for that. And on that, there's only one thing we need to do. And you know what we need to do? We need to prog on.